Moments of inspiration mixed with time to network, IBJ Media Events has you covered. From industry deep dives to awards celebrating Indiana's top leaders, see what's coming up and reserve your seat at ibj.com/RSVP.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. I'm Alex Brown. The Mill, a co-working space designed to strengthen technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship in Bloomington, is continuing to grow. It's the anchor for the 13-acre trades district, and CEO John Fernandez says community partners are working together to fuel that growth.
Our wages have lagged. We haven't seen much growth of the last decade. Our population growth is not happening. In fact, we're losing population in that critical 25 to 45-year-old demographic. So it's a really important time for the Bloomington community. And fortunately, we have an incredible foundation. We have super strong aligned partners, and we're ready to go.
Governor Mike Braun today announced the appointment of Josh Richardson as president of the Indiana Economic Development Corporation. Prior to the appointment, Richardson served as commissioner of the Indiana Department of Workforce Development. The appointment is the result of Senate Enrolled Act 516, which was signed into law on May 1st. The law splits the roles of CEO and president of the IEDC to two appointees. Previously, the Secretary of Commerce held both titles. Republican Jennifer Ruth Green has announced plans to run for Indiana's first congressional district in Northwest Indiana, which has been a Democratic stronghold but could soon be redrawn to favor conservatives. Green was appointed the state's public safety director by Governor Mike Braun in January, but abruptly resigned in early September amid an ethics complaint from the Office of Inspector General. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio. The Deaconess Hair Care Equity Task Force is raising awareness about the needs of hospital patients with diverse hair types during extended hospital stays. Evansville-based Deaconess Health System partnered with local cosmetologist Destiny Gunn to enlighten staff on the principles of ethnic hair care in a hospital setting. Dr. Pearl Quarty, who practices family medicine and obstetrics at Deaconess, believes the Hair Equity Initiative will help improve patient experiences.
As a physician, when you go see a patient, the way the patient is taken care of, how their appearance is and everything actually really goes a long way in terms of how they feel about themselves and how they're going to respond to the care that we give, and also if they know that the nursing team, which is the nursing team is a direct extension of the whole hospital culture overall, and we're caring about the people's hair, I feel like that goes a long way in terms of helping them feel appreciated and knowing that if their hair is cared for, then all the other aspects will be taken care of.
The program's efforts were recognized earlier this year by Leadership Everyone, with the Deaconess team receiving the Transformational Inclusion Award. South Bend-based First Source Foundation has made a donation to Grace College to support construction of the school's planned $10.5 million community fieldhouse. Plans for the fieldhouse include 6 indoor batting cages, an indoor turf U12 soccer field, 8 outdoor pickleball courts with lights, and a weight room for student athletes. A dollar figure for the donation was not disclosed. Officials noted that the school had raised about half of the project costs and fundraising is ongoing. Construction is set to start in spring 2026 with anticipated completion in early 2027. An expedition involving researchers from Purdue University to try and locate the lost plane of Amelia Earhart is being postponed until next year. The university and the Archaeological Legacy Institute said Monday that the team continues to await additional clearance from the Republic of Kiribati for the effort, which was slated to begin next month. ALI Executive Director Richard Pettigrew said the move, while disappointing, does have a silver lining.
We've made a lot of progress. Our plans are very much advanced. We're pretty much ready to go. The team is ready to go. But this will give us an opportunity to get even more ready than we were before. And I think that actually on balance, this is a good thing because it gives us more time to prepare. And I think that'll only make this a more successful project than it was going to be already.
Officials say the earliest the expedition could take place would be April, following the end of the cyclone season in the South Pacific. A specific start date has not been set. IU Athletic Director Scott Dolson is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now on the IBJ Media app or your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.
Off the Record with Indiana's 250 most influential business and community leaders is a podcast that peels back the curtain on Indiana's most respected leaders, one episode at a time. Go beyond the headlines and hear the stories of grit and innovation that shape these leaders. Do you want to know who's driving our state forward? This is a must listen. Subscribe and listen wherever you get your podcasts or at ibjpodcast.com.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media podcast network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.